All right, guys, what's going on? So, a lot has been going on in the world as of late. So, apparently, the US and Israel have attacked Iran. Iran has also responded, attacking other countries in the Middle East. There's a lot going on, but ultimately, the reports are that the supreme leader of Iran has been killed, as well as many, many other key officials. Now, all of this activity going on is going to translate into the charts, and that's why we're here, because we got to be prepared. We have to be prepared for the aftermath and how traders are going to react to all of this. Now, typically, what happens when you hear any signs of attacks and wars and things of that nature, ultimately, what we turn to as traders is gold, because gold is going to be that safe haven. All right. So, gold is number one on my list as something to watch out for, right? Gold, as well as silver, commodities in general, this is something to watch out for. As of the previous week, we ended at 52.78, and right now I feel pretty good at saying that gold will probably likely get to the all-time high, if not break the all-time high ultimately. All right, now will that happen via a gap? I guess we'll see later today, as I am posting this on a Sunday afternoon on the East Coast. So we'll see what happens. We could very well open up in a gap. How big will that gap be? I guess we'll see soon. But ultimately, there's still going to be opportunities to get into this trade, because I do believe we'll keep on going throughout the week. Now, I think something we need to be careful with is that a lot of times when we are trading, usually when we anticipate something so hard, what happens is we over leverage and we over trade, and we put too much into the certainty of this must happen. You got to be very careful with that. I would strongly advise allow the market to show its hand, at least for a little bit. And I know that may mean you miss a bit of a move, but it's very, very important to be sure that the market is indeed going to go in the direction that we believe that it's going to go. We do believe it's going to go up, but allow for the market to show you a little bit of proof. Perhaps let a candle close, right? Allow it to break another structure, and then we can ride that to the upside. This may even be a swing trade, especially as we approach breaking the all-time high over here. So obviously we have to get up here first, but I do believe once we get up here, perhaps we face a little bit of struggle, perhaps you TP, right, and you get a quick win. But once we break that structure up here and we go on to our all-time high, this is where you want to stack in positions to hold and let that swing, because it may be a very, very worthwhile swing. Okay, so I'm going to add an alert up here just so I know it's when it's breaking all-time high. I'm also going to put an alert right here just to know exactly when the market pretty much opens, because I'm sure it's going to break it upon entry. But I want to monitor this. I want to monitor how gold is moving, because we are anticipating up moves. And then just in case, I also want to put an alert below, right? So below all of this, right before we get to that previous area of resistance that was right over here, just gonna have an alert right there, just so I know what's going on, right? So ultimately we're gonna watch and we're gonna see what happens with gold, but I got my eye on something else as well. Now in that region in Iran, that region is very, very critical because it holds a lot of the world's reserve oil. So we need to also, if not the same as, maybe more so, keep an eye on oil. Oil has the potential to really explode here during these times. Okay, so oil has made a recovery so far because we've been at this area of support, as you can see right over here, for a bit of time. But oil has also the potential to really explode and really be a worthwhile swing while these tensions continue to rise in the Middle East. Okay, I would keep my eye on oil. I would set my alert up here. Obviously, this is where it last left off. I would set my alert up here just to know when it's moving. And I would also identify this area, this last area of resistance over here. All right, I'm going to set my alert above that as well. And I know there's the daily, so obviously you'll have to go down a little bit to get more detailed on where specifically you want certain alerts to be. But I would keep my eye on oil. I would really keep my eye on oil, because I think the price of oil is due to rise, especially with acts of war, and especially in the region at which these things are being done. we have all the reason, all the fundamentals there to let us know that oil could possibly be on the rise. Okay, so keep an eye on gold, keep an eye on oil, keep an eye on silver as well. Okay, silver has been moving pretty well. Some people would say that silver has been moving even smoother than gold as of late. So silver may also be worthwhile to take a look at. All of these things, just based on the fundamentals and what's going on, we're anticipating all of these things to go up, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so again, an alert on silver, expected to continue to go up. Now, will it get to its all-time high? Very possible. One way or another, we do think it'll get closer to it. All right, so I would keep an eye on silver and look for possible entry, perhaps let it retrace a little bit after the open, and then see if you could get into some kind of a BC30. Perhaps you let it do this, right? Maybe you wait a day, you let it do this, and once it breaks out of this level of consolidation, you do a BC30 and you swing it, and you allow that money to accumulate and compound, right? So I want to keep an eye on that. I'm looking at Bitcoin as well, which seems to have a little bit of activity. We're going to see if it bounces off of this area of support down here. All right, we know that crypto has taken a major hit as of the past weeks. We're going to see what happens with crypto as all of this is going on, right? Just get ready, gear up. The markets are really going to be very lively, very active. I would definitely keep an eye on things, because you may be able to take advantage of a golden opportunity here and be able to transform your account. All right, guys. So I hope you guys take advantage of everything that's about to happen, and let's make some money, guys. Until next time.